the Lincoln Memorial the most visited monument in the United States, it is also the most expensive monument in Washington, D.C. Let's explore some of Black History Month's famous and most popular monuments. Built in 1922, the Lincoln Memorial was created to remember the life of the 16th president. Not only did Abraham Lincoln help free the slaves, he also helped the Union win the Civil War. One interesting fact about this monument is that it is now worth over $40 million, making it the most expensive monument in the D.C. area. Another monument in Washington, D.C. is the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. Built in 2011, this memorial is the fourth memorial built to remember a non-president. This memorial was also opened 48 years after Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. One of the most visited museums in Washington, D.C. is the National Museum of African American History and Culture. At this museum, there are many interesting exhibits about the history of African American heritage.
So, Major Demps, do you have any children?
Yes, I do. I have two kids. I have a son and I have a daughter. I have two grandkids. I have a granddaughter that is a 10th grade in high school. I have a daughter. My wife passed away in 1994 from stomach cancer at age 34, so I ended up raising my two kids. Now, my daughter is a college grad. My son is a supervisor for a company in Valdosta.
Wow.
Things are hard sometimes. But by the grace of God, we're still standing. And it's different when being a single parent in this day and time. But thank God, we're still standing.
Can you explain your current career here at the Colquitt County School System?
My current career here at the Colquitt County School System, I became a STAR instructor in 1999. I've been here for going to my 22nd year here. What I do is I'm the coordinator for the program, which we actually promote education. We're here to assist the school in disruptive behavior if kids get in trouble. We're a program. STAR is Student Transition and Recovery Program. We're an educational program that uses military-style discipline to help the student between the age of 9 and 15 make better choices at home, at school, in the community, and become more academically inclined. And you got to have all four of those. We've been here for quite some time. The program came to Colquitt County in 1996. That's the program, it's the original program that came here. So we have branched out across the country now in different places around the country.
What are your opinions about civil rights activist Martin Luther King?
I believe that when Martin Luther King said that he had a dream, I think he's seen this day coming. If you cannot dream, if you have a dream, you got to have a vision. I think he visualized this day and time. I think he knew that he was going to die, because when he said, I have a dream that I've been to the mountaintop, I've seen the promised land. That's very powerful. And in this day and time, with technology as how it is, and with where I came from, back during those days, back in the 50s and 60s, you got to have a dream.
Right.
Because if you can't dream it, you can't do it. A dream. You got to have that vision. It must be a vision. If you got a vision, you got to be able to see yourself out. And that's what I feel like.
As far as civil rights goes, what is the difference between then and now?
The difference between then and now, back then, the reason I say things were so different is because the difference of people. People makes a difference. Back then, you know, we were separated. Segregation brought on a lot of things. It's given most of the people a better education. It's given people the right to vote, which was very powerful.
Right.
It's given you the right to participate in things that we weren't allowed to participate in back then. Technology have brought us a very long way compared to back then.
Right.
Now we have this equal right thing. At least it's supposed to be equal rights. Education have put us on the playing field. Whether it keep the playing field level or not, the fact is that we are on the playing field. And education has brought us to that point. Education is the key to your success. If you're educated, that means people have to deal with you differently.
Right.
And it's a different era too. It's not like it was back then. Some places maybe it is, but now it's not. So now we can go to school with people of color, white, black, brown, orange, whatever color they may be. We all can come together to one point of this thing called education.
Right.
We'll allow that opportunity. It's opportunity that makes the difference.
Welcome to your weekly quiz. Which president created President's Day? Is it A, Richard Nixon, B, Barack Obama, C, Grover Cleveland, or D, James Buchanan? The answer is C, Grover Cleveland.
President's Day is a federal holiday celebrated on the third Monday in February. This year, it was celebrated on February the 15th. Although it was meant to celebrate Washington's birthday, it now celebrates all of the U.S. presidents. As a federal holiday, many banks and schools are closed. Also, the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ are closed for trading during this day. Some traditions of the holiday include stage celebrations and reenactments of historical events. Many states require the schools to teach about the history of President's Day, as well as the accomplishments of the United States presidents. Some presidents mainly focused on are George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Thomas Jefferson.
Last week we talked about the Gullah Geechee tribe and how they have helped inspire many of the things we use today. If you would like to learn more about the tribe, the library has some very interesting books about the Gullah Geechee tribe. These books include In the Time of the Drum by Kim J. Thielsen and Terrible Wonderful Talent at Hog Hammock, illustrated by Eric Velasquez.